Bro, did you just use your chopsticks as you would with spaghetti? Did you just twirl your noodles? Holy crap. And I eat a lot of spice. That is spicy. That's what I call the ultimate bún thịt nướng here in Da Nang. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bui of FKN DELICIOUSNESS, and today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm joined by my bestie and your bestie,
James Karma.
And I never realized that we not only have the same haircut, but we dress alike too. We're both wearing black shirts.
Yes, we planned this actually.
I did not get that email. But today we're in Da Nang and it is lunchtime. And the only thing I can think about eating is
Banh, thit, and nuong.
bún thịt nướng. Those aren't even Vietnamese words you just said, man.
Phonetically, so you can remember, it's banh, thit, and nuong.
If anybody's trying to learn Vietnamese, please do not ask this guy.
Come on.
That's good. That's good. All right. So what is bún thịt nướng?
It's a Vietnamese noodle, dried with...
The word is vermicelli, dude, not vermicelli.
Vermicelli noodles with grilled meat. Here in central Vietnam, they do it a little bit differently. They have nam nuong or sausage, grilled meat. I believe in the stuff it has with spring rolls and fish sauce, and then our favorite herbs and lettuce.
The H is silent in herbs.
Sorry, I'm Canadian. We like our herbs.
Continue.
And we mix it, chom. We eat.
You say chon or chom.
Chom
Means to steal. Chon means to mix.
sounds the same to me. Phonetically, chom and chom, to chom nhau and to steal.
Oh, that's why. Chon is T-R-O-N. Chom is T-R-O-M. So not only is restaurant my kind of restaurant, it is also Michelin rated. It's Bib Gourmand.
It's Bib Gourmand, and we are trying to do this under $5.
Oh, speaking of $5, people thought our last video for nuong was $10 per person. Actually, it's only $5 per person. So now when we do our video, we got to make sure everybody knows what the cost is per person. So we're going to try to do this video for $2.50 per person.
$2.50, $2.50.
That makes $5.
That makes $5. And we have a little glory hole buffer, right? We can go over a little.
When you say we, you mean you, right?
So I can go over just a little.
All right, so let's go inside and show this restaurant. This is Restaurant Phu Hom, and it's in the Michelin Guide as a Bib Gourmand selection. So this is my kind of restaurant. I mean, every table is small, it's short, and this is where we're going to be sitting. You know what's going to be good? When you have two guys barbecuing literally on the sidewalk. Look at that. So how authentic this is they use chopsticks as the handle on their nam nuong. You have your mala lot over here, and you have your thịt nướng over here. Thank you. It is noontime right now, and this place is cracking. There are only maybe 10 tables in total. So if you're going to come here early. All right, let's go through this menu. So this is a typical Vietnamese restaurant. They only have a few items. They have the bún thịt nướng cuon, nam nướng cuon, and ba chỉ nướng, and thịt bò nướng lá lốt.
Ba chỉ nướng, like three other sisters, older sisters.
Sometimes his Vietnamese is really good, and sometimes Vietnamese is really bad. Ba chỉ is pork belly.
I thought ba chỉ was ba, so like một, hai, ba. Chỉ is like anh, em, older sibling, younger sibling. Chỉ is what we would call an older sister. So ba chỉ, three older sisters.
You're close. All right, so let's order our lunch right now. When you don't know what to order at a restaurant, this is what I do. I order the first thing on the menu because that's usually their specialty.
Calvin, there's only one thing on the menu. The other three things are supporting dishes, extra meat if you want the main dish. Here they do one dish very, very well, and that's mostly what they serve. Everything that goes into the dish are your side dishes that you can get extra of.
Anh ơi, em lấy 2 phần bún thịt nướng nha. All right, let's go over to their workstation over here. This is my kind of restaurant because everything is ready to go out in the open. All right, so we're going to start off by putting the magic glove on, starting off with some greens. There's bean sprouts, herbs, lettuce over here. Another bowl. Greens, herbs, lettuce, bean sprouts. Start off with some vermicelli noodles, which are rice noodles. I love how they put it on top of the greens so they don't get smushed. Put some more noodles on top. Then with the thit nuong, which is the barbecued pork, she's going to add a dollop of sauce, some pickled papaya and carrot, some cucumbers, peanuts, and my favorite, han phi, which is fried shallots. We'll do it one more time. We'll get some barbecued pork, put it on top, add in her beautiful secret sauce over here, some fish sauce, pickled papaya and pickled carrots, cucumber, peanuts, and a big helping of fried shallots. Come on, yeah. Look at this gigantic bowl of noodles. When you have the owner put chili for you, you are so lucky. Come on, yeah.
Okay, come on.
All right, let me show you guys what's in the bowl in case you missed it. We'll start off with the cucumber, pickled papaya, pickled carrot. There is roasted peanuts over here. There's pork and this beautiful rice noodle. That's what I call the ultimate bún thịt nướng here in Da Nang.
So is this a normal thing? Here, there's papaya in the bông thịt nướng. In the South, there usually isn't papaya that I know of. It's usually the lettuce, your herbs, the fettuccine, the meat, grilled meat, no spring rolls, which is different here in the South. And it's not nước mắm, it's peanut sauce, or seems like peanut sauce. Oh, it's different. It's not a peanut sauce. It's almost like a very thick, almost jello-like gravy with hints of peanuts in it. Oh, and I just noticed we don't have any spoons here. There's no spoons.
Well, there's no spoons. How are you going to mix it up?
Well, we use our chopsticks or we use our hand. Is it customary in Vietnam to use your hands to eat? So we do use our hands to roll. I know in some cultures, it is actually fully customary to actually use your hands to eat. In this case, it is a very messy dish. Very fun, colorful. I'm not really a spice person, so Calvin's got the extra kick of red in there. But as you mix everything up, or when we the food, the sauce and everything comes together and gives you a very light mixture from all the different textures and flavors that brings it together. Oh, my Vietnamese might not be that great. My chopstick skills aren't that great either.
Bro, did you just use your chopsticks as you would with spaghetti? Did you just twirl your noodles?
Yes, I did. Makes it a little bit easier.
There are a lot of Koreans here at this restaurant.
Not going to say anything racial.
Good. Let me mix this up real quick. And as Jimmy said, this bún thịt nướng is much different than the ones in the southern region. And mainly because of all the textures. You know, usually bún thịt nướng does not have the papaya does not have this gravy type sauce. But I will say, I'm really excited to try this. I have never had thit nuong from the Central region before, especially a Michelin rated, a bib gourmand. So this is super exciting. I'm gonna get a big right there. That's gonna be the bite right here. Now I find the texture to be much more creamy than what I believe the Western world is used to when I think of thit nuong. The quote-unquote gravy, which is a great terminology, really coats the noodles and it coats your mouth. The flavor of pork is explosive. Everything from the sauce to the barbecued meats. And as they mix together, you get this porky explosion in your mouth. One more bite. I really like the freshness in this. For those who are used to the thit nuong in the Western world, this one might be a little challenging for you to eat, only because of that real thick gravy. Next bite. You know, it's so good. I may not go back to the traditional Southern style thit nuong after this. All right, one last big bite of this beautiful thit nuong found in the Central region. I love the crunch. I love the flavors. Again, it's a little bit creamy. And not everybody's used to it, but if you're willing to give it a try, this is probably one of the best lunch deals here in Da Nang. Oh my God, that chili is so freaking spicy. Holy crap. And I eat a lot of spice. That is spicy. And that right there is why I love thit nuong here in Da Nang. Where'd all my fucking food go? Let's find out how much that Michelin rated meal costs. So all we gotta do now is yell the word, 100 nha. Somebody will come by and charge us some money.
Calvin, I see you have some dong in your hand
I have some dong in my hand.
after you've had some bum and thit nuong.
That sounds kind of nasty, doesn't it? Cảm ơn anh nha. Cảm ơn, cực kỳ là ngon nha. Quá ngon, quá ngon. This is Quán Phu Home. Check out their address and phone number if you're in Da Nang. What an amazing meal that was. What did you think?
I absolutely loved it.
And what did you love about it?
I love the freshness of it, the uniqueness in the sauce, the complex flavor profiles and textures. My favorite was the nuts in the bum thit nuong.
I'm going to get demonetized for all these gay innuendos.
What are you talking about?
Nuts in the bum thit nuong.
Yes, and we also paid with dong.
Speaking of dom, how much was this meal?
It was a total of 70 dongs.
And how much does 70,000 VND equate to in USD?
I didn't check. $3.
Bro, check. Before we give the audience the wrong number, let's find out how much it is. For 35,000 VND, that equates to
70 VND?
Let's try that again. For 35,000 VND, how much is that in USD?
That is $1.36 USD.
For $1.36 to get a Michelin rated meal, I think that's an amazing deal. That's it, right? Okay. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, comment if you ever had thit nuong, but the central version, if you ever been to Da Nang, and if you ever been to Quán Phu Home.
I think you need to practice your Vietnamese there.
Those who live in glass houses don't throw bricks. Speaking of bricks, here's your opportunity to help us content creators travel the world and make amazing videos just like this one. You can do this by pledging to the channel. You can pledge $1, $2, $5. How much was the total meal?
Total meal was 70K, so 270 USD.
Are you sure it's 270?
270. Each one was a 132. So 2 meals is 270.
274. $10, $20, or even $20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave my QR code right on the screen right about now, and consider pledging, because it's pledges like yours that allow us to be idiots on YouTube.
We're still idiots even if you don't pledge, but hope you enjoy.
With that being said, my name is Calvin Bui, aka Captain Charisma. I'm joined with my bestie,
James Karma.
And James, how do they find you on Instagram?
I am .James Karma.
We will see you on the next episode of FKN Deliciousness.
See you guys.
Bye. It's really not an act, people. He really is that slow in real life. Calvin, you don't know anything about fish sauce. Actually, I do.
Nóng means hot. Lạnh means cold.
Hello. I'm quite Pima. Hello. Bye. Are you calling her a gorgeous rice crepe? That will make your culo burn. If you know what culo is, my booty hole is already screaming. On with the show. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bui of FKN Deliciousness, and today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm joined by my bestie and your bestie,
James Karma.
And James, today you're crouching down. My shoulder is here, but your shoulder is all the way up there. Why? Did you just have a growth spurt? Are you going through puberty right now?
I'm going through my second phase of puberty now.
You're standing on a chair, dude.
You're my mini-me now.
We do read the comments, so make sure you leave comments, and we enjoy that. We enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yes, we do. And we also enjoy eating and traveling.
That's right. So join our OnlyFans today.
We have an OnlyFans?
On today's episode, I wanted to eat something different, a breakfast item. In the comments below, everybody always says, hey, what about the most important meal of the day?
Which is breaking fast.
That's right. The reason why I'm wearing glasses right now, because it's too fucking early.
It's 9 o'clock, man.
Listen, don't judge. Bánh cuon is probably one of my favorite things to eat here in Da Nang.
All across Vietnam, actually. So it's one of those dishes that you can't pinpoint an actual city to.
You can. It started in Hanoi.
It's a Hanoi dish?
It's a Hanoi dish.
Okay.
So behind me is a restaurant that specializes in Hanoi-style bánh cuon.
Bánh cuon nóng.
I am so proud right now. Hold on, let me show you guys the sign. That literally says bánh cuon nóng.
Been practicing my Vietnamese. Bánh cuon nóng, not bánh cuon lạnh. Nóng means hot. Lạnh means cold.
There's no such thing as bánh cuon lạnh.
Yes, there is. If you leave it out long enough, it becomes cold, and it's bánh cuon lạnh.
But no one sells it that way.
Oh, there's dried bánh cuon. So the rice paper, right, that would be lạnh. It's still bánh cuon, right? So the process of it's almost the exact same, that this is steamed and fresh to table. If they put it out on the mat, dry it out in the sun, it becomes dry and cold or dehydrated.
I'd like you in a little bit to Google the words bánh cuon lạnh and see what comes up. On with the show. We're going to show you how to make bánh cuon, how to eat bánh cuon, and
how to wake up early and enjoy a Vietnamese breakfast.
I love putting him on the spot because he has no idea what he's going to say next. So let's go into the kitchen. Let's see how they make bánh cuon, and then take it from there.
Let's go.
This is where you lead the show.
Oh, this is where yeah, come join us.
Jimmy, come back here. I have the microphone.
Oh yeah, come join us. So this is a steamer, and the ladies here are basically pouring their rice mixture on the steam pad, and it will steam, I believe we're looking at about 20 to 30 seconds for each one. And then you have this gorgeous little rice wrap.
Are you calling her a gorgeous rice crepe?
Her and the food. And this is how fast she does it. So this is very delicate. So she uses a chopstick to kind of pick it up. And the assembly line that they've mastered here is a very efficient system. She steams, she stuffs and rolls. And the stuffing is wood air tree mushrooms, minced pork with more mushrooms, shrimp, some herbs and spices. And it's a very simple dish. There are other options to it as well. So you can get it strictly just with egg or just with shrimp or a combination of all three that it would be called a nakbik or a specialty. And then it's served plate side with ja, steamed pork loaf, or almost like a sausage.
And
This is fried shallots,
right.
chicken floss.
That's right.
And then we have it all with fish sauce. So now we're going to sit and order and take a look at the menu.
All right. It is way too early in the morning. It is a whopping 5 till 9. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. But it is breakfast time here in Da Nang. Now, breakfast is such a communal thing to do here in Vietnam. Parents, kids, grandparents, great-grandparents, if you have them, they always flock together to these little street side restaurants like this restaurant, Go Phượng, and they have breakfast. Now, breakfast to some will be thought of, maybe you're going to have pancakes. Maybe you're going to have eggs Benedict. But no, here we have bánh cuon. Now, behind me is the menu. And the good thing about it is that the font is big, so I can read it from afar. I'm super hungry this morning, so I'm going to go with the traditional bánh cuon, but in a large version. So all I got to do now is say, chị ơi, cho em kêu món nha, 2 bánh cuốn lớn, nhân thường. Let me show you what's on this table. Got it? Start off with the sliced chopped chilies. That will make your culo burn. If you know what culo is, here's the time to Google it. Next, black pepper. Now, you don't see black pepper in the South. You don't actually see black pepper anywhere in the Western world. But Hanoian style bánh cuốn always has black pepper. And let me show you how we use it. Next, pickled vegetables. That is green papaya and carrot. And another item that you don't see in regular bánh cuốn, it's a very northern thing. And even though we're not in the north right now, she is. Next, a plate of vegetables, cucumber, cilantro, and lettuce. Now you're probably wondering, am I having a salad? No. That's the thing about Hanoian food. They always like freshness. They always love a crunch in their food. So you have a bevy of greens. Finally, the fish sauce. Usually in the South, you'll see a fish sauce chocked full of garlic and chili. Here, it's really about the purity of fish sauce. Now, how do I eat it? Let me show you. We're going to start off with the fish sauce. There is 1 chili here, and that's not enough for me. We're going to add in some more chilies. That looks good. My booty hole is already screaming. After that, some beautiful, fresh, cracked black pepper. No one's ever seen black pepper in fish sauce. Well, let me tell you, this is how it could be done, not should be done. People are going to say in the comments, Calvin, you don't know anything about fish sauce. Actually, I do. Then some people will then put their fish sauce over their bánh cuốn. Jimmy, are you one of them?
Yes.
So wrong. I want to dip the bánh cuốn into the fish sauce. That way I can control how much fish sauce I eat. Now finally, on to the bánh cuốn. Now this bánh cuốn is completely different. There's no steamed bean sprouts. There's no perilla leaves. All this has is this beautiful pork floss followed by a ton of fried shallots. You have the steamed pork loaf called ja, and then you have this, come on, motherfucker. And this one has egg inside of it. So how do you eat bánh cuốn? I'm sure that's on everybody's mind right now. And if it isn't, it should be. This is how I eat bánh cuốn. A lot of people will then pour the fish sauce over the top, and it's just not my style. I am such an OCD addict. See these little pillowy goddesses right here? I want to dip this into the fish sauce, get a little bit of chili on the bottom. I want to then place the bánh cuốn on top Get a little bit of extra pork floss, and then eat it. Mm. Oh, that's good. Let me tell you why it's good. Who's calling me right now? Stop just filming. Hello. I'm quite famous. Hello. Bye. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was eating it. Damn, I usually taste it with some vegetable. Do it all over again. This beautiful, pillowy bánh cuon, and just look at how beautiful that is. There's a trend going on right now of making bánh cuon with rice paper. It is such an abomination to fresh bánh cuon. Now you're gonna say, Calvin, I don't have any time. Or Calvin, I don't know how to make it. That's your problem, isn't it? We'll give it a dip into the fish sauce. I'm gonna get a little bit on my spoon. I'm gonna eat it. Here's a little fish sauce. Then cleanse the palate with some lettuce, cucumber, and cilantro. The green papaya and peel carrot. That right there. That right there is the ultimate breakfast here in Vietnam.
So my turn and how I eat this. This is a spoon or a muỗng, but in Hanoi, it's called a thit. What is it called? What did you call this again?
Dude, it's called a fucking tia. Thia. Tia.
Muỗng or thit.
Bro, you just said tit. Live on YouTube. This is gonna be demonetized. You know how hard YouTube is right now.
So I'm not a spicy fan. So the fish sauce here, I'll take that out. I don't like spicy. I'll put that to the side. Okay. And then I will pour my fish sauce over just enough. Just enough to leave a little bit left where I will dip it. Next to that, I will add my lettuce and I will build a little mixture of everything on there. And because it's been semi-soaking in the fish sauce already, the flavor has been coming together. And in this case, I can dip it a little bit. And it's a cleaner, more efficient way than just constantly picking. And then I'll finish off with my chả. Look, this needs a little bit more fish sauce. Much better. And we just ordered some soya milk, hot, fresh soya milk on a hot day in Da Nang at 9 a.m.
This is how freaking hot it is. It is only 9:15 right now, and the sun is literally above us. All you gotta do now is yell out the words, "Cho tính tiền nha," and somebody will come by and demand money from me. Last episode, we talked about QR codes. Now, this is a QR code, and this allows me to pay the vendor purely by my phone. So in the West, we would have Venmo, PayPal, similar to that. Don't look at my code. Type in the numbers 80,000 VND. Click continue, put in my passcode, and just like that, breakfast is paid for. Now you're probably wondering, how much is 80,000 VND? Let's go find out how much that is. Composure, dude, composure. What an amazing meal that was. This is how you really want to start off your days here in Da Nang. A breakfast like that is amazing, and only for 80,000 VND. 80,000
US?
VND.
Oh, VND. 80,000 US. Okay, sorry. And how much does that convert to in USD, Mr. Calvin?
80,000 VND equates to be, oh my God, $3.07. That is incredible. You can't even get a sausage egg McMuffin for $3.07.
That was 2 meals, 2 fresh soya milks at a street corner, short table, local breakfast spot that was absolutely fucking delicious.
On the next episode, he's going to host, and I'm going to be the co-host.
He doesn't know it. He's already the co-host.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, comment if you've ever had bánh cuon, if you ever had a northern style bánh cuon, or hey, if you ever had
Southern style bánh cuon.
Speaking of real things, this is your opportunity to help content creators like us travel the world and make amazing videos just like this one. You can pledge $1, $2, $5, $10, $20. How much is this meal again?
$3?
$50 or even $100. It's pledges like yours that allow us content creators to be, well, absolute idiots.
Yes, we are idiots.
It's really not an act, people. He really is that slow in real life.
I'm actually quite fast, just slow when it takes time to process working with this guy.
Oh my God.
He's standing on the ledge again. With that being said, my name is Calvin Bui, aka Captain Charisma. I'm with my boy,
James Karma.
And James, how do they find you on social media?
I am .JamesKarma.
Find him on Instagram and give him a follow. And we'll see you next time on the next episode of Fucking Deliciousness.
See ya.
Bye. Oh, it's so hot. I smell like a rapist. That's probably the only soup I know to be racist.
I would get smacked if I made it like that.
I would probably too. I don't know. It just makes me feel good inside. So does masturbation. Ohio, especially Toledo. There's none of this in Toledo, Ohio.
Every city. We're in the same country.
Fish sauce caramel with fish sauce. Come on, motherfucker. But you have AIDS. It won't make you feel that much better.
Ăn mời mẹ ăn, mời bố ăn, and anh Calvin mời anh Calvin ăn. Wait, blow.
Crunch. It has the taste of dirt in a good way. And tell me that doesn't look like, hey, motherfucker, I'm trying to film an episode of Fucking Deliciousness. Well, I didn't see that there. Why would you be on my nipple? Ready to do this?
Yeah, of course.
What's up, everybody? Calvin Bui of Fucking Delicious. And today we are in Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm joined by my bestie and your bestie,
James Karma.
James. When people think about Vietnamese food, what do they think about?
Generally street food.
They think of dishes like pho, bánh mì, or even my favorite, hot vịt lộn.
Duck eggs your favorite?
Yeah, isn't it yours?
Not really.
That's going to be our next episode. But Vietnamese food is so much more than that.
Yes. What we're missing and what a lot of people are missing is family style meals.
That's right. Gum Yadin. So today's episode, we're going to be eating family style home meals. Food that your grandma would cook.
Or your mother. But yeah, your grandmother would traditionally be cooking this. And then when she would teach it to your mother. And then we would eventually pass it on. Here in Vietnam, it's passed on through family to family. And every family, just like every city, has its own way of doing that dish.
Do you want to say anything else?
No.
So come join us as we dive into a Michelin select restaurant that serves Vietnamese food.
Traditional family Vietnamese food.
What if we don't have family?
You're still welcome to eat here.
I hope so. So let's go inside and check out the restaurant called... Neither of us know the name of this restaurant, to be honest. There's an accent on there that I don't know how to read.
A little slow and early today, aren't we? Usually this is, I'm the one that's failing in Vietnamese, not you.
That's what I'm wearing sunglasses for, because it is too early. Somebody wanted to know, what is our fit check? Have you ever done it before?
What do you mean fit? Like, what are we wearing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever done it before?
Personally, yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to do a fit check today before we go into the restaurant. So here we go.
So today I'm in a kind of golf mashup with my Puma Polo. Because it is a hot tropical city, golf apparel does work very well here for this type of climate. Some shorts, my Pegasus 41s. I'm a little bit of a sneakerhead. Comfortable, cool, and stylish.
Let's go inside.
Wait, what about your fit?
Oh, okay. I've never done a fit check before, but I'm going to do my first one. These are Gentle Monster sunglasses. This is a shirt I got at Uniqlo. These are shorts I got at Marshalls. And these are some Nikes. I think these are SB Dunks. I don't know. That's all I got. Oh, and then I got my watch. This is a Timex Weekender. A lot of people have been asking about my watch collection. So there you go. $39 on the wrist. What's up? All right, let's go inside.
Always a note when you're looking for Michelin Selects or Michelin star restaurants is the Michelin badge. Và hai người em
Anh đọc bài trước kia.
có rồi, đúng rồi, ở trong So this place is decored traditionally just like any Vietnamese or older Vietnamese family here. They would like to keep their heirlooms or things they've collected through their lifetime and handed down through generations. Family treasures, let it be. And here they've collected and maintained things like old posters, signs, lanterns, radios. Even the tables and chairs are vintage.
All right, so we are sitting outside because it is a beautiful day, even though it's a little hot. Being able to look over the terrace here and look at the street is absolutely beautiful. All right, so when eating Vietnamese food, especially family style, there's always going to be a soup. There's always going to be a pork dish, a seafood dish, whether it's fish, shrimp, squid. There's always going to be a vegetable. And for northern families, where my family's from, you always see an egg omelet. So we're going to choose those 5 dishes and then show you how Vietnamese people eat. Everybody thinks about like, oh, I eat pho. You know, I eat pho maybe twice a month.
I'll have pho maybe once a week. Maybe.
And something like bánh mì. Bánh mì is something like, if I have only 5 minutes to eat in between meetings or somewhere I'm going, I'll grab a quick bánh mì. But never would I think bánh mì is actual a meal. I'll never go further than half a mile to go get bánh mì. Like, I don't care how good it is. Like, half a mile, that's my max to get bánh mì.
So on the thing with banh mi, I will travel for banh mi. Usually within the neighborhood is within 100 to 200 meters to understand that little neighborhood's banh mi, and there's usually more than one lady doing banh mi. But every city, every area has unique banh mis, and I strive for that.
All right, let me show you guys the menu. So they have pictures here. There's English and Vietnamese, and there's dishes that are favorite cooked by mom. There's vegetables, more vegetables that are boiled or fried. There's a tofu section, an egg section, a pork and shrimp section, more pork and shrimp, a beef section, chicken and frog. There's fish, more fish, and just soups and all these things. So if you're coming to this restaurant and you don't know what to order, look at the pictures and then ask your server. And towards the end of the menu, there are just pictures and English words. So for people who are like, this guy who doesn't know Vietnamese, this is a dream come true. All right, so let's do some ordering here.
Yeah.
Okay. Trứng chiên, thịt heo bằm, bông thanh lý. Nãy hả? Không sao đâu. Ngại hả? Đừng ngại gì hết. Rồi lấy sườn. Cái này sườn trứng phải không?
Không, cái này là
Rồi, heo kho tàu trứng. Kho tàu trứng, cá. Canh cải nấu.
cái đó là canh rau lang nước tô.
Ồ vậy hả?
Mà canh rau cải hả?
Lấy cái giống cái này không?
Giống, hắn là sắc rau luôn.
Ok, lấy cái này. Canh cải nấu tôm thịt.
Tôm hoặc thịt.
Tôm hả thịt? Tôm đi. Rồi một cái món cá phải không? Mình chưa lấy cá. Cá kho tộ. Cá lóc kho tộ.
Cá lóc kho tộ đây.
Cá lóc kho tộ. Cá lóc kho tộ. Ok. 5 món chưa?
5 món rồi.
Ok, với thêm cơm.
Hồi nãy anh gọi trứng gì hả?
Có trứng rồi, kêu trứng. Trứng thì bò bằm.
Trứng thịt heo bằm đúng không?
lấy thêm cơm trắng.
So one of the gorgeous things about this restaurant is the vintage decor they've collected over the years. Even from old wartime photos from the 60s, 70s, and 80s that have been up here so long, the color has faded. From brass fans, vintage lighting, even chandeliers. The tables and chairs in here are something that you would find in a traditional Vietnamese home post and pre-war eras, back in 60s, 50s, 70s, and still used today in a lot of countryside homes. The great thing about venues like this is the exploration into how they decor and build their venues to maintain that heritage, not only of the food, but the culture and atmosphere of the venue. They have a rooftop garden. You want to go check it out? Yeah, of course. So they have a cute little rooftop garden. It's actually my first time up here as well. So come join us. Watch your head. Watch your head. So I'm about 170 centimeters. That's how close I am. Calvin's a lot taller, so in a venue like this, it still maintains that shop home feel. Again, the business is downstairs, so this business is a restaurant. And up here is where the owner lives. And keep in mind, this is a Michelin Select. This is their mixship office, home, and a place to nap. And this is their little garden. Vintage, very raw. Old typewriters. And keep in mind, this is back home. These are very collectible right now. We're here, they're of abundance. And this family, these people have collected and held on to these for years and generations. And a little rooftop garden. Not in use, little care needed, but with time, they will open it again. Most families do have gardens and stuff. They love their gardening out here. It's part of the Zen Buddhist culture where to relax and be one with nature, they'll build rooftop gardens or front gardens. And it's also the sustainability. Some of these restaurants out here, they will have their own herb gardens, their own vegetables, and it's farm to table within 50 meters. And this is a very traditional family way of means of survival.
So how we're going to do this review is we're going to go back and forth. We're not going to really talk too much about how the dishes go together, but just individually what every dish is and then how it tastes. So the first dish is a dish that every grandma makes. This is cá kho tô. This is snake head fish in a caramelized fish sauce. Thì nóng không? Của người Việt Nam à? Ủa? Thế à? Đúng tay hả? Không, người Việt Nam mà. Back to the food. So this is, again, snakehead fish. This is called cá lóc. And what they do is they make this beautiful fish sauce caramel with fish sauce. Come on, motherfucker. With fish sauce and sugar. And then you put it right over the top, that beautiful sauce. And all you gotta do is eat it. Now, of course, you're gonna usually eat with white rice. But we have so many dishes today. And we only have 20 minutes to get through this show. So cheers. It's hot. What did you learn? What did you learn yesterday?
Wait, let blow.
Oh, that's good. That's good. The fish is a little bit oily, definitely fresh, and it just has like a hint of ginger in there. Oh, that's delicious. Be careful though, because snakehead fish has a lot of bones. I warned you. Be careful.
So traditionally, the youngest at the table would always invite their elder to eat first. And we would always go around, mời bà ăn, mời mẹ ăn, mời bố ăn, and anh Calvin, mời anh Calvin ăn. And after they all agree, then we're allowed to eat. So I'm going to dip into braised pork. And this braised pork is generally a very, very traditional in the north, in the south. Few hours to make, caramelized sauce, and it's slightly different from every country, every family.
Every country?
Every city. We're in the same country. But actually, there is caramelized or braised pork in every country. It's just done very differently. Traditionally, with a couple of eggs in here, and I'm a massive egg fan. And in our family, we would fight for this egg. Some families will do this in a much larger portion. and bring out 6, 7 eggs. So each person can get an egg, or they'll divide the egg among everyone in the family.
If egg is so cheap, why is there only one per egg per person?
Egg's very cheap out here. I think works out to 4,000 per egg. So it's like 20 cents, less than 20 cents an egg.
It's 25,000 to $1. If each egg was 4,000, how much would an egg be?
4,000, 4 eggs is 16. So 6 eggs to $1.
Yeah.
You had to think about that. 6 eggs to the dollar out here.
Every table will have a soup. Now, we don't have hot and sour soup like the Chinese people do. That's really the only soup I know to be racist. But what we do is we have a selection of gan. And gan is basically soup. Here, you have a soup or gan made of mustard greens. So this is mustard greens, and it's served with some shrimp. Now, this spoon is, of course, too big, so I'll use a spoon to ladle this soup into my bowl. I'm gonna get a shrimp here, and then I'm gonna have a beautiful broth ladle right on top. Grab a spoon, big spoonful. Delicious. It just tastes fresh. There's not many crazy flavors going on. There's no sourness, there's no sweetness, there's no spiciness. It's just vegetables cooked with water and some shrimp. And if you're feeling ill, this is going to make you feel better. But you have AIDS. It won't make you feel that much better.
Another very traditional Vietnamese family item is Vietnamese omelet. This omelet here is put together with ground pork, shallots, eggs, your main ingredient, a little bit of fish sauce, MSG, and they wok fry it or pan fry it. And this is a staple of protein. Along with all this is one of the main items that brings all the dishes together. How we cut this in Vietnam is the cross like a pizza with our chopstick pizza cutter. And we can break it down even more. And I will take one of these. It could be hot, so we blow a little bit. Learned this from the last episode. And just perfect. Brings back childhood memories.
And every table needs to have some sort of vegetable. Now, it can be boiled, it can be steamed, or here, it can be stir-fried. Now, these are jasmine flowers. This is called mom tin ly, and it's been stir-fried with a little bit of garlic and some black pepper. We'll show the camera real quick what that looks like. And this is going to be quite exotic for those of you who are in Ohio, especially Toledo. There's none of this in Toledo, Ohio. But here in Vietnam, there is an abundance of these mom tin ly. I'm gonna bite of this. And what I love about this is just the freshness. Every time you bite into this jasmine flower, it has a crunch. It has the taste of dirt in a good way, not in the bad way where it's dirty, but in the fact that it was just in the ground maybe yesterday. And that's how fresh Vietnamese food is. Now, no dish will be complete without rice. This is privileged rice.
Privileged rice?
White rice. This isn't your minute rice. This isn't your Uncle Ben's rice. This is Vietnamese rice. And you'll see how sticky jasmine rice is. This is not a portion for one. So it could be. It used to be. This used to be a portion of rice for me when I was. But now that I'm only going to eat like a quarter of this. But I really do love rice. I mean, rice is something that I grew up with, and I don't know, it just makes me feel good inside. So does masturbation.
And the last item, very important, glass of iced tea. And this iced tea is a jasmine iced tea. What I remember when I was a child, we were not allowed to drink while we eat the only liquid we were allowed to have was actually from our soup. After we finish our meal, then you're allowed to have a glass of water or a glass of iced tea. What makes this glass iced tea very unique is the glass that it's presented in. This is made of recycled glass that originated back in the 1930s, 1940s when the French were here. And what they did, the Vietnamese people did, was collect all the used broken glasses and made new glasses. And what you see here are little kind of flaws like air bubbles. And this actually helps rigidity. This is a thicker glass. The fun thing about this is actually a beer high glass, not an iced tea glass. So they've kind of spiced it up a little bit. Looks like beer, but it is iced tea. Oh yeah, I need to drink it, don't I? Perfect for a hot day in Vietnam.
Oh, it's so hot. It's one like a rapist. Let's build the ultimate bowl of rice. Let's start off with the rice first. We're going to get some rice over here. And this is kind of like the size that I would get when I was a young child. Next, we'll put in some fish, and then we'll layer that beautiful fish on. Now, I like that sauce. Next, we'll get some pork belly, and that's beautiful caramelized pork belly. So you got the fish, you got the pork belly. After that, over on this side, we're gonna put some vegetables onto this bowl. And then, since there's a little bit space left over here, we're gonna grab one of these egg omelet, slide that in there. And if you like chili, I got something for you. This is fish sauce and chili right on top, a little red for color. Stay. And tell me that doesn't look like, hey, motherfucker, I'm trying to film an episode of fucking deliciousness. Tell me that doesn't look absolutely fucking amazing.
I would get smacked if I made a bowl like that.
I would probably too. All right, we absolutely demolished this food. And you'll see some leftovers here because this is enough food for a family of 4. And it's just Jimmy and I.
I eat like an infant. Okay. So, yes, this is a meal for generally a family of 4.
That's what they call it, family style. So all we're gonna do now is yell out the words. Em ơi, tính tiền nha. And somebody will come out demanding money from me. All right, the bill just came out, and how much do you think it is?
For a family of 4, in a tourist mindset, I would assume would be around 800 to $1 million for 4 people to sit down and have a traditional Vietnamese dish.
All right, so let's go downstairs and let's pay for this bill. Oh, I didn't see that there. Oh, em đi trước không? Chắc không? Ok, cảm ơn em nha.
Dạ cảm ơn.
Put in my password. 465,000 VND. I'm going to tell you right now how much that is in USD. What an amazing meal that was. For 465,000 for a party of 2. But I have
Leftovers?
leftovers.
Doggy bag without the dog?
All right, so my trusty calculator here, my little mini me. What is 465,000 VND in USD?
$17.90 USD.
What an amazing deal. I think for a family of 4, for under $20, $4 and something per person, that is an amazing deal here in Da Nang.
Come visit.
Speaking of visiting, why not be generous with your PayPal and your money and sponsor, pledge? You can send us $1, $2, $5, $10. What was the bill? What's the total of the bill?
$17.90.
$20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave my QR code on the screen right about now, and consider pledging, because it's pledges like yours that keep us off of OnlyFans.
Doesn't keep me off OnlyFans. I'm on there all the time.
Hold the mic, hold the mic.
Oh, yes, so keep us off of OnlyFans, but on his nipples.
Why would you be on my nipple?
Because I need to speak into the mic.
Why don't you just hold the mic?
It's easier when it's closer to you, and I'd like to be closer to you.
With that being said, my name is Calvin Bui, aka Captain Charisma. I'm with my boy
James Karma.
And you can find James on social media at
Iam.JamesKarma.
Find him on all the platforms, including Instagram. We'll see you on the next episode of Fucking Deliciousness.
See ya. Happy eating.
What am I going to do with all these leftovers?
I'm going to bring it home second meal.
What's up, everybody? Calvin Bui of Fucking Deliciousness, and today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. It is breakfast time, and there's nothing I'd rather do than eat a dish called soy ga. Now, soy is basically sticky rice, and it comes with so many toppings. There's fried chicken, pork chop, barbecued pork, poached chicken, and so many other things. We're going to try to build the ultimate soy this morning. Now, soy top cup is basically everything. It has also top cup. I want to do something that is off the menu, extraordinary. I'm going to order a 45,000 DND plate of soy, and it's going to have everything. I promise you, it's going to be delicious. Just in case you didn't get enough breakfast, they also sell an array of telephones here. You gotta love Vietnam. All right, let's look at the menu. So here's the menu, and it starts off with the soy top cup, which is everything. And there's a version for 25,000 and 30,000. The gà roti is that braised chicken. Suon is the pork chop, which they ran out of. Thit nuong is also grilled pork, but they ran out of that. We have the gà xe, which is that poached chicken and coriander. Caw is braised pork belly, but they ran out of that. Siu mai is the pork meatball. Yam bum is the pork floss. Chung is the quail egg. So we're gonna start off with some sticky rice. We're gonna put the sticky rice right on the plate. Then there is the poached chicken and Vietnamese coriander called gà xe. Then there's siu mai. Siu mai is a meatball, some quail eggs, some steamed pork loaf, da bum. Wow, this is incredible. You also have some pate. What isn't on this thing? Then you have a piece of chicken. Now that is incredible. All right, this is the ultimate plate of soy. Now come on in here. Let me show you what's on this plate. Again, you have this beautiful braised chicken. This is called gà roti. Then you have the pate. That pate just looks luscious and delicious. Next, here's something called siu mai. Now, siu mai is a pork meatball. After that, you have these beautiful quail eggs. Then your favorite and my favorite, this is the da loa. Da loa is a steamed pork loaf. Underneath here, she hid some beautiful poached chicken. Now that poached chicken there, that's fried shallots. That is Vietnamese coriander called rau ram. And that right there is poached chicken. There is some beautiful da bum. This is pork floss. And underneath here, you have this beautiful soy steamed sticky rice. So in my hand here, there is a special sauce. Let me give it a taste. It seems to be the braising liquid of the chicken. I'm gonna pour this beautiful sauce, this beautiful braised liquid right over the top here. And that's going to make the sticky rice, the soy, nice and moist. Finally, everybody knows I love chili. Come on in here. Let me show you this beautiful chili jam. Now, you can find this chili jam here in the central region, especially here in Da Nang. That chili jam will make everything just absolutely delicious. I'm going to give it a stir. I'm going to put this chili jam right over the top here. And don't worry about how spicy it is, because it is truly, truly delicious. There's a spoon. There's a fork. This is how I eat my soy. Now, I like to eat everything together. I know a lot of people will go, you have to eat it separately. Well, we can definitely eat it separately, but why waste your time? Everything goes so well together. Let's start off with the soy, which is the sticky rice. I'm gonna put some on the bottom here, and that soy already has some chili jam on it. From there, I'm gonna add in some pate. I'm gonna add in some of that poached chicken salad right on top. Make sure you get that Vietnamese coriander on there. There is some pork floss. On the other hand, I'm gonna take a quail egg, and then I'm gonna have this beautiful bite. Oh, there's a quail egg. That's truly delicious. Why? Because the soy, the sticky rice, it's like a road where you can put all these flavors on. That pate is so creamy. The poached chicken, the pork floss, the Vietnamese coriander, everything together. It's so harmonious. It just tells a story of goodness. One more bite here. Finish off with some chili. Oh, that is amazing. Don't forget, there's still a few things on the plate. There's still a beautiful chicken here. Look at how tender that chicken is. It's been braised down. The meat just falls right off the bone. Let's have a bite. The flavors of five spice, star anise, cloves, cinnamon. That chicken is excellent. Let's jump into the meatball here. This is called the siu mai. Let's give this a bite. Pork just has a natural sweetness to it. And that siu mai, that meatball, absolutely amazing. Finally here, your favorite and my favorite. This is the chả lúa. This is the steamed pork loaf. Exactly how my grandma used to make it. Now, not only does this restaurant serve some of the best soy here in Da Nang, it also serves some great drinks. We're gonna order a drink called sữa đậu phộng, which is peanut milk. Lấy một phần sữa đậu phộng nha. This is sữa đậu phộng. This is peanut milk. So on the show, we've had sữa đậu nành, which is soybean milk. We've never had peanut milk before. This is gonna be a treat. So the color is quite brown compared to that white opaqueness of the sữa đậu nành or the soybean milk. Let's have a sip. It's thick, it's viscous, and it has a slight taste of peanut butter and milk. This is a winner. Now, when ordering this dish, this is going to be off the menu. You need to order this very carefully. You're going to say, I'd like to get a soy top gum, 45,000. Now, it's not on the menu. This is not what normal Vietnamese people eat. But the big eater that I am, I always order something that's large in scale. So when you come here, make sure you order the soy top gum, 45,000, and tell them Calvin sent you. I absolutely demolished that soy. There is nothing left. There is some chili, some bones over here. It is only 10 a.m. right now, and this little shop is absolutely sold out. There's nothing else to do but to yell the words, I think they jam, yeah? And then somebody will come by, will demand money from me. Oh, they keep yelling at me. What an amazing meal that was. And for breakfast to be only 50,000 VND. Now, you're probably going to ask yourself, what is 50,000 VND? Hello, I am still filming right now. That's because I never stop filming for you. Now, you're probably wondering, what is 50,000 VND? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. 50,000 VND is, oh my God, come on, $1.93. Now, remember, I got the extra gigantic soy for 45,000. Now, you want to get a soy for maybe 25,000, which is $1. 35,000, which is a little bit more than $1. You can, and you can actually pick the things that you want to eat, and then she'll charge you accordingly. So when you're in Da Nang and you're craving a breakfast, check out Soy Ma Bé, which is little tiny grandmother. Like to do, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, comment if you've ever had soy, and if you did, what did you think about it? There's one way that you guys can support me as a content creator, traveling the world and creating these amazing videos. And how do you do that? Well, I'm just watching people drive by me right now. You can support and pledge $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, $50, or even $100. I have to look to see who is coming my way as I'm filming this. I'll leave a QR code down below and consider pledging, because it's pledges like yours that really help me, a content creator, a small tiny one, travel the world and make these amazing videos. So with that being said, my name is Calvin Bui, aka Captain Charisma. I will see you next time on FKN Delicious. I better go right now before somebody runs me over. And then you give it a lick. For those who you know what that is. These are free tissues. If you don't use them, make sure you put them into your pocket for a later use. You never know when you're going to masturbate and you need a tissue. Especially if you meet them on Tinder. You don't know who you're meeting. They might be crazy. Now this is pork. I had to eat it to see what it actually was. I'm going to, oh my God, that's too hard. I don't want to be on OnlyFans. Although they want me to be on OnlyFans. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bui of FKN Delicious, and today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. Have you ever been to Vietnam? You want to date a hot chick, but you didn't have enough money? Now this episode is for you passport bros. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you a combination plate that's going to give you everything you need, and it's going to be under 10. You can show a girl an amazing time at a restaurant literally blocks from the beach. And it'll cost you less than your Starbucks order. So let's go inside and let's see what bếp cuon is all about. So this restaurant is nice and airy, but for those who are hot, you can go into the AC room. All right, for you passport bros, for you guys who are dying and thirsting for some hot chicks, Da Nang is where you want to go to. Now this restaurant has it all. Let's see what they got. You have this combination platter. You have bánh xèo, you have cuon, you have all these amazing dishes and a drink for under $20. But that's too much for one person. You can go over here. You can have the tôm sú sốt bơ tỏi, which is shrimp and garlic butter. It's served with some fried donuts here, and that is only $10. You have dishes like gói, which is salads. Then you have chả giò, which are egg rolls, but different version of egg rolls. Over here, you have the món cuon. These are fresh spring rolls, and each one has a different filling. Over here, you have the bánh xèo. Everybody loves bánh xèo. You have more bánh xèo over here. These are the grilled items here. You have meat on a skewer, you have barbecue ribs, you even have fried rice, and more fried rice. You have congee over here, but we're here for this dish. Come on here, let me show you. We're here for this combination for 145,000 VND. You can't even get McDonald's for 145,000. For two people. But here at bếp cuon, you can get an amazing dish. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just yell out the words, em ơi cho kêu món nha. And like it, bếp cuon combo số 2 nha. And all there's to do right now is just sit, admire this amazing restaurant, and wait for your food. These are free tissues. If you don't use them, make sure you put them into your pocket for a later use. You never know when you're going to masturbate and you need a tissue. Come on here, let me show you all the things we have here. So this sharing plate is great for dates, especially if you meet them on Tinder. You don't know who you're meeting. They might be crazy. What if you met a crazy person and you ordered all this food? Then you actually have to hang out with them. This is a great opportunity to see who they are and see if you actually like them. Come on here, let me show you. This is bánh xèo, and the bánh xèo here in the central region are much more smaller and more crispier. Look at that crispiness. You have two of those. You have shrimp, you have pork, bean sprouts, and green onions. Next, you have this beautiful wrapped spring roll. Now inside you have pork, shrimp, lettuce, and herbs. and it's already pre-rolled for you. You don't have to sit there and roll and make a mess. They've already done it for you. After that, you have xin wei. Now this is pork. I had to eat it to see what it actually was. This is pork skewers marinated with a sweet and savory sauce. It's been grilled off, and then underneath here you have this beautiful bánh. And finally, you have pickled vegetables, 2 side sauces, 1 fish sauce and 1 peanut sauce, and then it's accompanied by this basket of herbs. You have basil, you have mint, you have shredded banana blossom, you have cucumber, and then underneath you have a bevy of lettuce. Now, everybody's gonna ask, how do you eat this? Well, I wanna show you. Start off by making the sauce. You take the spoon here, you take 2 spoons of the peanut sauce, 1 spoon of the fish sauce, and then you mix it together. Come on in here, let me show you. You mix it together, and then you get this beautiful dipping sauce. Now, there's no wrong way of eating bánh. You can eat it any way you like. You can eat it raw. You can eat it wrapped. See, for me, I like to wrap up my bánh xèo. I like to take this rice paper here, and you can see that the rice paper here is opaque. It's almost translucent. Now, in the West, you're gonna dip this bánh tráng or rice paper into water. But no, not in Vietnam, because these are freshly made. You're gonna take your bánh tráng, you're gonna take some lettuce over here. I even do this. Make sure no one's behind you when you do that. Take the lettuce. That looks like a lot, and it is, but it's okay, because you're gonna break the end off. Then, some cucumber, some mint, some basil, some banana blossom, and then you'll take your bánh xèo that's already been cut in half. You're gonna pick it up, and you're gonna wrap it right into the rice paper. You're going to give it a roll, just like that, and then give it a lick. For those who, you know what that is. You're going to take your beautiful dipping sauce here. You're going to give it a dip, just like that. Say ah to the camera, and then stuff it into your mouth. Mm. Mm. Clean your mouth, and just look at all those beautiful layers in there. The herbs, the lettuce, the crispy bánh xèo, the pork, the shrimp. One more big dip. Just like that. I love sauce. That is absolutely fucking delicious. Next, the cuon, the beautiful fresh spring rolls. You have that beautiful pork in there, lettuce, and shrimp. Give this a dip into the sauce. It's about to get really busy in here. Big dip, right to my mouth. The pork is so flavorful, the shrimp sweet, and the crispness of the vegetables and herbs, absolutely amazing. One more dip in here, making a mess, but don't mind me, because this is so fucking good. Oh, amazing. Finally, the xin wei, the beautiful pork skewers. Now, how am I gonna eat it? Well, instead of doing the wrap, I'm gonna do a lettuce wrap. I'm watching my weight right now. I'm no longer this. I'm now this. And in order to keep that great physique, I have to eat less carbs. So, I'm gonna take this lettuce wrap, I'm gonna put some cucumber in there. I'm gonna do the same thing, the herbs, the banana blossom. What's special about this is this bánh. Now, bánh is almost like a spider web noodle. Usually, you see noodles in your vermicelli bowls, in your pho bowls. But here, these are made kind of crisscross, and they're super thin, and they're super fun to eat. So I'm gonna make that little wrap there. I'm gonna then take one of these skewers. I'm going to, oh my God, that's too hard. Use my hands And I'm going to break that off. Oh, sao up. I'm going to then break this into the wrap and then roll it up. You don't need to lick this. This is not rice paper, nor is this weed inside there. You just roll it right up. You're gonna give it a dip in your sauce. And this is a carb-free, protein-high keto wrap. The pork has a nice char to it, sweet, savory, but I don't feel guilty for eating this. I don't feel like I'm gonna put on a bunch of weight. I feel like this is really healthy. More sauce. Let's give it one more dip into that beautiful sauce here. That sauce coats everything. All you gotta do is eat it. And that's how you go on a date for under $10 here in Da Nang. I absolutely demolished that combination plate. Everything is gone. There's not even a piece of bánh xèo left. There's some green onions here, but that's it. All you gotta do now is yell out the word, em ơi tính tiền nha. And somebody will come by and demand some money from me or my liver. Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow. All right, let's go outside and pay this bill. I'm gonna scan this QR code right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put in my PIN, put in my other PIN. And then go outside and see how much this bill was. All right, you're probably wondering how much this bill was. And the total was 145,000 VND. Sounds like a lot of money, but it equates to be, come on, $5.59. For a date for two people for under $6. That's incredible. So when you're in Da Nang, check out bếp cuon. You will thank yourself and then thank me in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Comment if you ever had Vietnamese food like this. You've ever had cuon, which is a fresh spring roll. You ever had bánh xèo, which is the sizzling pancake. Or if you ever had thịt nướng with bánh hỏi, which are the pork skewers and that webby type noodle. And if so, did you like it? There's one way that you can help me as a content creator travel the world and make amazing videos just like this one. How do, you ask? Well, let me tell you. You can pledge $1, $2, $5, $10. You can have bought me lunch for $10, $20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave my QR code on the screen right about now. And consider pledging, because it's pledges like yours that help me stay off of OnlyFans. Because, I don't want to be on OnlyFans, although they want me to be on OnlyFans. With that being said, my name is Calvin Bui, aka Captain Charisma. I'll see you next time on FKN Delicioussness. You have enough garlic to kill off Dracula. Oops. Don't worry, I'm gonna still eat it. Now what? Well, I'm gonna put my nose to this and tell you exactly what I smell. Have you ever gone to the gym and worn gym socks for 6 days in a row? But I love it, huh? I love it when my butthole screams in the morning. I don't know about you, but this looks like a maxi pad to me. Sure, no one's watching. And you give it a lick. Now, where did I learn that? I learned that on a playground in the 9th grade. Oh, I love you so much. Now, I want to eat you. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bui of FKN Deliciousness, and today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. Now, this restaurant behind me specializes in one dish and one dish only. That dish is bánh tráng cuốn thịt heo. Now, you're probably wondering, what is it? Well, it's a do-it-yourself wrap where you have thin slices of pork, beautiful rice paper, and a bevy of fresh herbs. You dip it inside a pineapple anchovy sauce. Yes, you heard it right. A sauce other than fish sauce. Now, this dish is so economically friendly, AKA for you broke ass bastards. This is the dish for you, because not only is it delicious, but it's only a few dollars. Let's go inside, check out Quay Sư Mì Quán, and let's see what this dish is all about. It is lunchtime, and this place is absolutely rocking. So this menu has different sections. Now this part up here is mi wang. We filmed that before. This is the most well-known dish here in Da Nang. Now down here, this is where we want to get into. Come on in here. That's what we want to get right there. That is bánh tráng cuốn thịt heo. So I guess all you gotta do now is say the magic words. Em ơi cho anh kêu bánh nha. And then somebody will come over here. Anh lấy một phần bánh tráng thịt heo nha. Let's talk about what's on the table here. On the table, you have fresh chili peppers, cut limes. You have enough garlic to kill off Dracula. You have fresh, these are super hot chilies. Compared to this is going to be on the mild side. That's going to be super hot. As for sauces, you have satay. So this is chili oil. You have fish sauce. And for you chili lovers, this is their fermented chili paste. That is just chili paste, garlic, vinegar, and that is absolutely delicious. Within 1 minute, this dish came out. Let me show you this dish. Let me start off with this beautiful pork. That is boiled pork sliced extremely thin. This is how thin it is. That is absolutely incredible. And it's so pliable. Oops. Don't worry, I'm going to still eat it. Every meal comes with this beautiful bevy of fresh green herbs. You have green onion. This is the heads of celery. You have bean sprouts. You have rogai, which is kind of like a spicy mustard green. You have sliced mango, sliced green banana, sliced cucumber. Oh, you have this, my favorite. This is my favorite herb. This is called roruka, and this is called fish mint. We're still not done. You have this beautiful rice paper here. Now again, the rice paper here in Vietnam is super fresh, super opaque, super pliable. The specialty here with this dish is you have fresh sheets of pho noodle is what you put into the rice paper. This is what pho is made out of. This is the actual sheet, and they'll cut it into smaller sections for pho noodles. Now you're probably wondering, what do you dip it in? For the novices out there who are coming to Vietnam for the first time, I would recommend you using fish sauce. Ask your server for nước mắm chấm. But if you're like me, if you're like somebody who really likes funky stuff, this is what you're going to be mixing it with. This is called mắm nêm. And mắm nêm is fermented anchovies. And they make it into a sauce. Now let me show you what it comes out as. Oh, there's even, a piece of anchovy right in there. And you're probably wondering, what does it smell like? Well, I'm going to put my nose to this and tell you exactly what I smell. Have you ever gone to the gym and worn gym socks for 6 days in a row? That is only 10% of what I'm smelling right now. This has the most putrid smell, but yet it's absolutely delicious. Anchovies, pineapple, and other seasonings. Sweet, savory, delicious. If you can get over the smell, you're gonna love mắm nêm. So the sauce isn't finished yet. We're gonna start off with some limes. We're gonna put some limes right into the sauce, give it a spritz right on top, and that lime is gonna bring some beautiful acidity to the sauce. Also, you guys watch this show for the last 5 years. You know how much I love chili. We're gonna add some of this beautiful fermented chili sauce right into the anchovy pineapple sauce. Yes, that's a lot, but I love it hot. I love it when my butthole screams in the morning. We'll stir up the sauce, give it a taste. Absolutely amazing, but absolutely spicy. All right, I'm going to show you how to roll like a professional person who lives in Da Nang, the central coast of Vietnam. We're going to start off with this beautiful rice paper. Then what we're going to do is we're going to place the rice paper right on top of the fresh pho noodle. Here is where it gets interesting. We're going to press it lightly, and then we're going to pull it back. And you're going to see that it adheres itself directly to the rice paper. I don't know about you, but this looks like a maxi pad to me. As you hold the rice paper and fresh pho noodle in one hand, you're going to use the other hand to now pick and choose which herbs you'd like. For me, I love to start off with a nice base, something crispy, something crunchy, some nice lettuce right there. Then, for me, I go right into the herbs. I go into this beautiful perilla leaf. Next, the rauruca, the fish mint. Now, a lot of people in the West cannot eat this. I love this. I love the flavor of it. I'm gonna put 2 leaves in there. Then I need something to add some crunch, some texture, but also some acidity. I'm gonna put a piece of mango right on top. I do love cucumber. I'm gonna put a slice of cucumber in, and that right there is the base of my wrap. Now the star of the show, the pork, not me. Come on in here. I'm gonna get a beautiful slice of pork. I'm gonna put it right on top. I wanna make this a little special. I want to then put the green onion on the outside so that as I roll, you'll see something pop out of either end. How do you roll? Well, if you ever watched a show before, you know how I roll. I take the rice paper right here, and then I tuck, and then I start to roll very slowly. And then when you get to this point of the roll, look around. Sure, no one's watching, and you give it a lick. Now, where did I learn that? I learned that on a playground in the 9th grade. I'm gonna finish the roll, and look at that beautiful roll. You see the colors, you see the vibrancy of the herbs, the pork, and its beautiful green onion. All there is to do now is give it a dip in this beautiful pineapple anchovy sauce. Make sure you get a little anchovy there, and then give it a bite. Between the sweetness of the pork, that fresh herbs, and then the beautiful rice paper, the 2-layer rice paper, the dry one, and then the soft, wet one. Mix that with this beautiful anchovy pineapple sauce. There is nothing better than this in the world. Mm, Maybe that was too fast for you. Maybe you don't want to rewind. Maybe you like watching me eat. Let me do it one more time. We're gonna get this beautiful rice paper here, and we're gonna get 1 rice paper, just like that. Then we're going to press it right on top of this fresh pho noodle. Now, you don't see people in the north and Hanoi doing this. You don't see the people in the south in Saigon doing this. Hell, you don't even see people in the west, in California, Houston, LA, San Francisco doing this. This is something you can find only here in Da Nang. I'm going to pull it back just like that, and that is basically a rice paper maxi pad. Who's going to want to watch this show and eat this food after I use that term maxi pad? All right, let's do it one more time. We get the herbs over here. We're going to start off with some beautiful lettuce. Again, the crunch, a nice base. Then we'll go into the herbs. This time we're going to try to use some different herbs. We're going to use the gai san, which is kind of like a mustard green, so even nice pepperiness. Think of it like a Vietnamese arugula. Next, we need some herbs. Last time we used perilla and fishman. This time we're going to use the celery tops, the celery heads. I'm sure there's a better name for that herb. But this is what grows out of celery. Let's call it celery head. We used mango on the last one, but I really like the mango. I like how it brings a nice bite and a nice acidity to this dish. Ooh, we found some regular mint. Look at that beautiful mint. Found some regular mint. We're gonna add that right to the top. So now what we have here is we have lettuce, we have baby mustard greens, we have the heads of celery, we have some mango, and we have some mint. That's enough for me. Now, because there's 7 slices, technically there are 7 rolls to be made. But since the show is only 12 minutes long, instead of eating every single slice 7 times, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick one slice, two slices. Hell, I'm American. I'm gonna do 3 slices of pork, and that is going to be just the absolute ultimate bánh tráng cuốn thịt heo. Let's give it a roll. I'm gonna make sure that that end comes to the middle point, and then I'm gonna roll. Come on in. Let me show you how I roll. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna tuck. I'm gonna give it a quick lick. That's a little bit thick. I kind of broke it. Don't worry about it. I'm eating it. Give it a big dip. This is going to be a huge dip into that pineapple anchovy sauce. I know you're drooling right now watching this at home in Wisconsin. A big bite. If I can marry this dish, I would. I would tell you this. Roll, I love you so much. Now, I want to eat you. Oh my gosh. That right there is one of the dishes that you have to try when you're here in Da Nang, Vietnam. I absolutely annihilated this plate of pork. There's still herbs, but there's not one piece of beautifully cooked pork left. All you'll do now is yell the words. Wow, this place is busy. How am I going to yell the words out? And somebody will come by and demand money from me. I had to say it twice. All right, the bill came, and I'll go up to the front and pay for it. What an incredible meal. Now, you're probably wondering, how much was that dish? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that dish cost me a whopping 75,000 VND. How much is 75,000 VND, you ask? 75,000 VND equates to be, come on, $2.89. That entire meal was under $3. That's incredible. Not only did you get these beautiful cooked pieces of sliced pork, but then you also had that amazing bevy of vegetables, herbs. Let's not forget that beautiful rice paper, that 2-level rice paper, the dry one and then the wet one. And then finally, that amazing specialty sauce found here in the central region, that mắm nêm, that pineapple anchovy sauce. Make sure you squeeze a little lime in there and a little chili. And that right there is an amazing dish. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, comment if you ever had bánh tráng cuốn thịt heo. And if so, what did you think about it? There's one way that you can help me as a content creator travel this amazing world and make these awesome videos. How do you do that? Well, here's how you do it. You can pledge to the channel. You can pledge $1, $2, $5. You could have pledged $5 and bought me lunch. $10, $20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave a QR code on the screen right about now and consider pledging. But it's pledges like yours that help me as a content creator travel the world and make these amazing videos. So with that being said, my name is Calvin Bui, aka Captain Charisma. I will see you next time on FKN Deliciousness. This is going to upset a lot of Japanese people. And I'm sorry. He's been doing a lot of booty work in the gym. So check out his booty. I want to hate it. I really do.
Oh man, the menu's not in English. Gà chiên Q nap.
What is that? Pepto-Bismol?
Side, you've got your chopsticks. Don't mind me as I break it.
That's extremely hot. Wow, that is hot.
Yeah, that's totally. I am always this slow.
I don't know why they don't give you a warning with this.
I fully missed the tofu.
The color looks a little bit weird.
Okay, I'm already struggling with Vietnamese. Okay.
That wasn't really sexy. Stop getting on your tippy toes, dude. What's up, everybody? Calvin Bui of FKN Delicious, and today we are in Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm joined by my bestie and your bestie,
James Karma.
And James, what are we doing here?
We're eating sushi.
That's right. We are?
Yes, we're eating sushi.
Everybody in the comments have been asking for, where do you have lunch in Da Nang for cheap?
Buffet style cheap. Wait, everything we're doing is quite cheap. It's all very budget friendly. This is a different version of budget-friendly lunch.
That's right. We're gonna be doing a sushi buffet for how much? I think it's like $6.50.
$6.50 per person?
Yeah. They've also been asking for us to kiss.
They have?
They-
This is an OnlyFans?
1 out of 2 of us on this video has an OnlyFans.
Yeah,
So let's go inside in Yakiniku and see what this place is all about.
join us.
All right, so let's go inside the restaurant. We're gonna go upstairs. And lucky for us, there's air conditioning in here. He's been doing a lot of booty work in the gym. So check out his booty. And you don't speak Japanese, dude.
I don't.
Let's find a place to sit at. Oh, take your shoes off. All right, take your shoes off. Take this off. Take this off. Maybe I should start a OnlyFans for feet.
Definitely start an OnlyFans for feet. That'd be hilarious. We do like a food tour. You put your feet in sushi or yogurt, watermelon. That would be interesting. Did we pick any of them? Cái nào cũng được. So here in this buffet style, it is a booth, but it's sunken. And this still gives you that authentic Japanese feel when you sit down and you cross your legs, but you don't get leg fatigue. So how to get in? So it gives the aesthetic that you're crossing your feet, but we're really just sitting very low. Sunken table? Is there a proper name for this? No, there's no proper name for it. So we're gonna call this a sunken table. Oh man, the menu's not in English. Gà chiên cuon nap.
All right, so we just sat down and we're gonna take a look at the menu. All right, so you're telling me for 149,000 VND, I'm gonna be able to choose anything I want, all you can eat, and there's no time limit. I mean, I'm pretty impressed here. Let's look at the menu. There's edamame, there's gyoza, there's French fries, there's sushi, there's fried rice, there's udon, there's beef and onsen. There's even salad on here, and there is dessert. Jimmy and I are gonna go figure out what we're gonna eat. We're gonna probably choose very high protein items. I'm not gonna say this is gonna be the highest grade quality fish, but I think we're going to put our minds together and figure out what we're gonna be eating for lunch today. So when you push the button, that bell is gonna bring over a server. Any minute now. James, don't push it 2 times. So hai người sẽ lấy cái buffet 149. Okay. Đậu nành, gyoza, gà chiên, nấm nướng, trứng cuốn với đậu hũ. Oh, với hai cái miso. All right, so on the table you have a selection of kimchi. You got cucumber kimchi, you got pickled radish kimchi, and you got cabbage kimchi. Next, you have a bunch of wasabi. After that, chili, garlic, green onion, and for the Vietnamese lovers, pickled daikon and carrot.
So at every table, there's also a condiment and service station. Your own condiment station. Inside, you've got your chopsticks. Don't mind me as I break it. Then we have pickled radish.
Ginger.
Oh, that's ginger? It's ginger now. What is this spice, which is, I'm not sure what it's called.
Togarashi.
Togarashi.
You do a bump?
No, do a bump, check it out. Yeah, that's Togarashi. It's definitely Togarashi.
Oh my god.
Then we have a green chili and salt mandarin sauce.
I'd like you to read that in Vietnamese.
Salt muối ớt chanh.
What?
Ớt xăng.
That's right.
And then we have a meat sauce, a grilled meat yakiniku. So this is one of their yakiniku deer sauce. This is not deer like the animal. This is like a challenge they've created here, which is their own personal sauce. Deer. I am always this slow. Sauce thit nuong yakiniku dare.
That's it. That's right.
Salt mirang guma dare, which is a sesame sauce. So this is your own station, and you can use this as you please. There's 2 more to go to. Your sauce soyu.
Shoyu. There's a SH.
Shoyu. Shoyu. So I'm going to show you this sauce, which would be almost like a soy sauce, right?
Yes.
It would be just
Show you in Japanese soy sauce.
I'm going to show you this soy sauce and a miso tar. Okay, I'm already struggling with Vietnamese. Okay, studying French, struggling with Vietnamese, and please do not take my Japanese literally.
All right, the first dish we're gonna have amongst so many dishes, since this is an all-you-can-eat buffet for lunch, is miso soup. This is their miso soup. You got seaweed, tofu, and that broth for miso is a little bit on the light side. Let's have a sip. Not bad, not bad. I would say this is not bad. A little bit on the thinner side, but okay.
So some of the apps came out. We have our edamame and soft tofu or semi-soft tofu with kimchi, pickled garlic, sesame seed, seaweed, and a spicy sauce. Since I don't like spicy things, I'm going first. I fully missed the tofu. Get a little bit of everything. I can't get that tofu. So I'm gonna get a little bit of everything on here. Some of the soft tofu first. Some of the kimchi, the pickled cucumbers. Not too spicy, very pickly, very well-rounded. Textures come together and really enhances the flavor.
All right, next, the egg dish. This is tamago. Now, if you come in really closely, this is going to upset a lot of Japanese people. And I'm sorry. Now, on this side, that tamago is expertly made. This is rolled egg omelet, but for some reason, they bastardized this tamago by putting this pink, what is that, Pepto-Bismol? I hope it isn't. Let me have a bite of this. I want to hate it, I really do, but they put imitation crab in there, and the sauce is kind of like that mayonnaise and ketchup. Not bad, not bad at all.
Chicken karage.
Karage.
Some shredded cabbage and Pepto-Bismol on the side. I did that just to clear my palate first. Then we have a sauce. I'm not sure what the sauce is, but we'll call it sauce surprise right now. Keep in mind, with all the sauces that this table comes with, they're still bringing out more new sauces. A little bit of dip. Fuck, that's hot. Very tender. It is chicken thigh. Crispy, very well coated. Nice and juicy, flavorful. And that texture, that variety of texture again. More sauce surprise.
You better blow on it.
Sauce surprise. Oh, fuck, fuck.
Theo nha, anh sẽ lấy một phần bánh xếp gyoza, một phần nấm nướng, một cái sushi bò, sushi cuốn bò, yakiniku, sushi cá ngừ, giòn cay, sushi cá hồi 5 vỉ, set sushi với một cái sushi luôn đặc biệt. Cảm ơn nha. All right, next two dishes came out. Let me show you what we got. There is fried gyoza. Also, this is their special eel sushi. Avocado, eel, cream cheese, fake crab, and cucumber. That ain't bad at all. All right, let's start off with these beautiful gyozas. There's a little dipping sauce to the side here. We're gonna give it a dip, okay? Best I can do. I'm gonna blow on my gyoza. I think it's gonna be hot.
It's the small one you're using outside right now.
Oh, not bad. That reminds me of a fried wonton that has stuffing in it. All right, next, the eel, avocado, cream cheese, imitation crab, and cucumber. I'm having high hopes of this. This looks really good. I won't say that it's traditional sushi by any means. The sushi, the rice on the sushi isn't vinegary. They might even use jasmine rice. But hey, for a couple bucks for a lunch buffet, that's not bad.
So we ordered one of their specialty dishes, which is magic mushrooms. No, I'm joking. It's magical when we open it, but it's not the psychedelic magic mushrooms. Oh, it's just steamed mushrooms. That's very exciting. Steamed mushrooms in a tin pan. They're one of their signatures. Then we have two more sushis that came out. A tuna, which looks like they put some fried tempura on top with egg and imitation crab. And we have the same without the tempura, but with roe. I believe that would be very small roe, the flying fish roe, and beef. And the same idea on the inside. Keep in mind, this is 150K per person, a couple of dollars per person, and we're not even halfway through the menu yet. Mushrooms look hot. So for the mushrooms itself, as we're mixing it up, there are some onions as well in here, add some aroma and flavor. There seems to be a sauce or a seasoning that they put together on the bottom. And blow on it first, 'cause the last time we know what happens when we don't blow on it, and we tend to burn the roof of our mouth. Very earthy, well cooked. It's not super soggy. Still has its crispiness to it. Well done, well done.
The sushi course finally came out. Not the rolls, but these are actually nigiri style sushi. Come on in, let me show you what we got here. Starting here, these are 5 different pieces of salmon. You have salmon. The color looks a little bit weird. It is orange on one side, but on this side, it is a little bit opaque. And they put on this sauce. Next to it, there's another one with sauce. This is cheese and salmon, avocado and salmon, mayonnaise, onion, and salmon. Salmon sushi, done 5 ways. This is a selection of 5 sushis. This is beef, shrimp. I'm not quite sure. Oh, this is tuna that they flamed. This is eel, and this is salmon again. I'm gonna start with the one that seems most interesting to me, and that is the salmon and cheese. Only because I have never seen salmon and what looks like processed cheese on sushi. Want a bite? I'm gonna say this. For a couple bucks for having an all-you-can-eat lunch, sushi may not be the one thing that you want to order much of. You might want to try it, but be warned, especially those with weak stomachs. Be warned. Let's try this. Let's try this tuna over here. I'm really fascinated about the color of this tuna. Tuna is usually red. This is fuchsia pink. I wonder what color is going to come out on the other end of my booty hole. All right, here we go. That definitely is not otoro or any other part of the tuna belly. But hey, again, couple bucks. Couple bucks. Okay, cuối cùng nha. Mì udon bò cay, cơm bò nướng, trứng onsen, mì udon xào bò với một cái súp kimchi hải sản. Okay? Come on in. This is gonna be our last course. Our next course is this beautiful hot pot soup. Come on in here, let me see what's in here. We have some beautiful mackerel, this colossal shrimp, and this beautiful soft tofu. Nice, luscious, brownish, reddish color. And how do I eat this? This spoon is gigantic. How does one eat this? You know what, on this whole hot pot, this shrimp is probably going to be the best thing in this mini clay pot earthenware. Oh, that's just gonna be hot. All right, I'm gonna, fuck. That's extremely hot. Wow, that is hot. All right. You have the head here. You wanna suck out the brain. You wanna chew on it and then suck. Crab brains are really delicious. Put this aside, and then you have this beautiful langoustine shrimp tip. Wow, that is still hot. Oh my God. I don't know why they don't give you a warning with this. All right, there you go. That's the shrimp tail. All right, now. Sweet, fresh, delicious.
Some udon noodles. And it's moving. Some thinly sliced grilled pork. What's the name of this again?
That's shaved bonito.
Shaved-
Bonito flakes.
Bonito flakes. So the nice thing about bonito flakes is as it's warming up and it starts moving on its own. You can see it here. Definitely not from the fan. It's actually from the steam and the heat that's making it kind of flex or pulse. It's not alive. It is pure dried fish that they shave over. And then some mushrooms and veg, some carrots, everyone's favorite.
What do you think that pink stuff is?
This would be relish? No. What is it?
Pickled ginger,
Oh, it's pickled ginger. Why is the pickling pink?
because they add food coloring.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's definitely ginger. Pickled ginger. And the reason why it's pink is they add food coloring to make it pink. Make it more sexy and presentable on a plate. Grab a little bit here, build myself a little spoon, some pork, bonito flakes. Short plate. No, this plate looks pretty big to me.
That's the cut of the beef.
Short plate.
Yes.
I've never heard of a short plate cut. I'm building my plate, my spoon, some extra sauce, and give yourself a little. It's almost like a dry noodle dish. Has a very strong umami taste to it. Good mixture of flavors. Textures are fairly generic all through with the soft and chewy noodles. The beef is tender enough, but not overly tender where it's almost like a braised beef. Very, very well done. I love these bonito flakes.
All right, the final dish. Again, this has been all you can eat for a mere couple dollars per person. Now, this is gonna be your rice, your beef, and then your onsen egg. I'm gonna use a little bit of a food porn right here. I'm gonna break open that egg, and this is going to... That wasn't really sexy, I'll admit. I wish it would have broke a little bit more smoothly, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get some rice, some egg, and some sauteed beef, and then take a big spoonful of it. I'm really scared it's gonna be hot. The meat, again, tender, not ultra tender like Jimmy said. Has a nice soy, sugary flavor profile. There's not much to say about this other than it's beef and rice and egg. Quite simple, not bad. The beef is a little dry, I will say that. It has a texture of beef jerky. Well, it's a buffet, right? And it's only a few dollars, so what are you gonna say? Nothing. So follow me outside as Jimmy and I tell you which one was our favorite dish and how much this whole lunch cost us. All right, guys, we demolished this lunch buffet. So all we gotta do now is say the magic words and push the button, of course. Everything, yeah. And somebody will come right behind me with a knife to my throat and demand some money. Okay. See? Knife to the throat. All right, let's go downstairs and see how much that all-you-can-eat buffet lunch was. Hey, what an amazing meal that was for a total of 321,000 BND.
Yes.
What does that equate to in USD?
It comes out to $12.31 USD.
$12.31.
$6.15 each.
That's right, $6.15 each. So I think for an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet that had a array of appetizers, sushi, and mains,
And desserts.
and possible dessert, which we didn't order because we're so full. I mean, you can't beat that.
No time limit. There's no time limit. It starts from 11 and ends when you get up and leave or when you're full.
2 o'clock. It ends at 2 o'clock.
Oh, does it end?
Yes.
3 hours?
It's a long time.
A lot of time.
Quality-wise, I think there were some dishes that were better than others. If you're just looking for like a lot of calories for a few bucks, this is the place to eat at.
Yeah, definitely. If you're waking up in the morning surfing by the beach, it's about 200-meter walk from the beach. Fill up, recharge on your carbs, take a nap, and then get along with your afternoon agenda.
Jimmy, what was your favorite dish today?
I think the sauces were my favorite. The dishes were all pretty much flat across the board. Not one dish stood out more than the other, but the choices of sauces and the flavor profiles of the sauces to enhance each dish was the highlight.
If I had to choose my favorite dish, that's tough. I think they're okay. I think for a price point and just for the experience of it all, I think it's okay. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, comment if you've ever had an all-you-can-eat Japanese buffet for $6.15. Just comment down below. It was a really hard episode because there wasn't like really one dish that we were going after. We were going after the buffet. Speaking of commenting down below, why don't you consider pulling out that PayPal and pledging to the channel? You can pledge $1, $2, $5, $10. What was our meal again?
$6.15 each.
$20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave my QR code on the screen right about now and consider pledging because it's pledges like yours that keep us on YouTube and not YouPorn.
Make sure you leave my handle for OnlyFans down below.
It's a gay OnlyFans though.
Gay isn't happy.
With that being said, my name is Calvin Bui, aka Captain Charisma. I'm with my bestie and your bestie,
James Karma.
And James, how do they find you on social media?
I am James Karma.
Find him on all platforms, including Instagram. And
fucking delicious. Let's go.
That makes no sense, dude. That makes no sense. We'll see you on the next episode of Fucking Deliciousness.
We'll see ya.
Bye.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Tích tiền đi anh ơi. Nè. Hai cái con ly 60 xong rồi 20 80.
Be careful when eating this. You're gonna put, oh my God, he. Let's just say, can Jimmy add? Is Jimmy, well, the word is retarded, but that's just, no. He is sweating balls right now. I've never seen you so hesitant to eat something before.
Excited. Also, a little worried. I'm not a massive fan of organs.
Why do you eat it?
Oh, no, I'm not eating it.
Why do you eat it? What are you waiting for, dude?
All right. And I'm going to gag for a second.
What's up, everybody? Calvin Bui of Fucking Deliciousness. And today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm joined by my bestie and your bestie,
James Karma.
And today we are at a chợ. Now, what is the definition of chợ?
A market. A market.
Correct. But why is the market so important to the people of Vietnam?
This is your epicenter of all your wet produce, your vegetables, your local foods, your clothing, all the supplies you need in the city to survive.
That's right. Chợ in Vietnam are the heartbeat of the city. And you'll find everything in here, including this woman. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you watch my show? I guess not. So in today's episode, I have 500,000 in my pocket. This is where you go in my pocket and get 500,000 out. No, that's my penis. That's. I have 500,000 in my pocket, but I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to use a QR code. A QR code here in Vietnam is a way we pay vendors, and it's quite simple. It's like just
Tap and pay, but scan and go.
That's exactly what it is. So let's go inside Chợ Con and let's see what this place is all about. Vietnamese people cannot get away from taking pictures of themselves.
So we are on our way into Chợ Con. So we are about to enter Chợ Con, the largest market in central Vietnam. Here there are over 250 independent shop owners, from clothing, socks, hats, sunglasses, to plastic bags for your local grocery stores or markets. In the far back, we have the wet market, where we're going to be eating today's meals. So this also turns into a night market as well. But we're here during the day. But you can see the markers on the floor. The center also opens up at night to be a little commercial night market. These vendors are basically focused on dried and cured products. Now we are in the wet market area. There's a little short person there. I love short people.
That's not a short person. Behind you, it's not a short person.
Yeah, it's a little person. It's a dwarf.
Very little.
Very little. Yeah, a short person. I'm not getting canceled. So here is fresh produce. So from here, you have everything from fermented shrimp, fish paste. This is a whole other series episode that you're going to want to come back to see us try all the specialty items in the wet market. This place is massive. So daily life here in Vietnam, all across Vietnam and central Vietnam, these markets generally open around 5 a.m., even earlier, and local families will come by to pick up their daily groceries from these markets. It's the best price, the freshest produce and products that they can possibly get. And they will buy it on a 1 to 2 day basis. They'll pick up their things today to cook their meal today, and tomorrow morning, mama, grandma will come back down and do that same rotation. It is a daily routine for them. You know where you're going? I'm pretty sure it's somewhere over here. Organized chaos. We walked in this way.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes. How do I pronounce that? Oyam Tak.
All right, so let's go inside and see this market. This is an amazing market. So it's places like this that really showcase what a community can do when they all come together. And in this market, there's so much amazing food. And everybody just sits right in front of each stall and then orders their food. So on today's episode, we're not just going to eat one meal. We're going to have 4 things: an appetizer, a main, a dessert, and a drink.
Oh, that would be 4.
And we're going to do everything for 500,000 VND. Now, how much is 500,000 VND, you ask?
$20?
This is where you pull your phone out.
It is $19.32.
All right, so for $19.32, we're going to have 4 things. I would say this. I'll start off by choosing something. We'll go eat that, and then you can choose, and then I will choose, and then you can choose. You down to do that?
Deal.
Great.
If you ever want to feel special, come to one of these local markets. The cat calling for foodies is unbelievable. Everyone is calling out for you to come. Look at me. Hey, good looking. I don't like the intestine stuff. That makes me gag.
We're going to start off with some liver. Who doesn't love liver early in the morning? Tô nhỏ nha. No. Next, you have the heart that's being sliced up. I think that's a testicle. I'm not quite sure. But let's just say it is. Okay. These are intestines that are being sliced up. I love intestines. Oh, okay. What is good? You know? Oh, more parts of the pig that I don't know. And what's great is that this guy has to eat it all. Start off with some parts of the pig. Chitlins, which are our intestines. This is the big intestines. This is heart. This is more crazy stuff. And then she will go into her cauldron and scoop out the beautiful porridge. Top it off with some herbs, little black pepper, and then we have our first meal. How do you feel?
Excited. Also, a little worried. I'm not a massive fan of organs, really.
I've known James for maybe 8 or 9 years. I never thought he would be sickened out by organs. I thought you would love this stuff as a chef.
I love cooking it. I love to prepare it. For me personally, to eat it, it's not my favorite texture. If it is preparing it, it is, for me personally, I prefer more of a Western style of cooking it. Where here, it's a heavy boiled, depending on the broth that they're boiling it in, it does have a very rich flavor profile that is very unique to Vietnamese cuisine.
He is sweating balls right now. I've never seen you so hesitant to eat something before. Okay. All we gotta do now is eat it. I don't know what we're waiting for. All right, so in this beautiful porridge, I'm just gonna lift it up and you're gonna see all those amazing pieces, including the intestine and blood cake. Who doesn't love blood cake? You have something that looks like
Surprise. The blood pudding, I can do, or the blood cake. Then we have here sausage surprise, which at first I thought that this was probably going to be the first item I'm going to go for. And then we get a side cut of it. It is actually a mixture of all the different organs put together, filled with probably blood, minced liver, encased in intestine. Organ sausage surprise.
Oh, you eat it.
Oh no, I'm not eating it.
What are you waiting for, dude?
All right. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. It is definitely an acquired taste. It's definitely an acquired taste. And I'm going to gag for a second.
So I live for things like this. I live for anything that is off the beaten path. Things, ingredients that not everybody uses. Things like blood cake. To me, they're delicious.
I love blood cake. I can handle that.
Okay, buddy, here you go. Come on. Delicious irony. Not much flavor in that. Then there is the sausage that he could not eat earlier. Great flavor. Great texture. No?
Flavor, texture, and those are the two things I actually do not like about organs.
We'll get one more of these amazing sausages that he cannot eat. Chitlins? Yes.
Nope.
Chitlins are the small intestines. I love it. First course down, how much is that bowl of chow? All right, so the first bowl was 30,000 VND, which equates to be $1.16 for a bowl of yummy organs. I think that's a great deal.
The porridge is really nice.
But the porridge is only one component to that entire dish.
It's the main component. It is your main base. It's the porridge. Everything else are toppings. So next up, we have bánh, cuon, thịt heo. It's like a fresh roll, but with pork. Difference is, this is one of the specialties in central Vietnam and in Da Nang. So when you do visit, these are one of the dishes that are a must-try in Da Nang City. Social eating, always fun. People are sitting around the main kitchen of theirs. So we have here fresh rice paper. Is this rice paper? No, this is rice noodle. That's a noodle. But it is a very thick, almost lasagna size rice noodle. Then you have boiled pork that they slice very thinly, probably seasoned, most likely seasoned a little bit, but they're keeping the richness and the natural flavor of the organic free-range pork that is usually sourced within the area here. Next up, we have your sauce. So this would be a mixture of fermented fish, oil, shrimp, a little bit of chili in there. That's got a kick to it. It's spicy. And everyone's favorite here in Vietnam, fresh herbs and lettuce with a little bit of mango, cucumber. Oh man, that's spicy. It's got a kick. And your herbs. This is your traditional mixture of herbs that you'll find for any type of rolls that they do and make out here in Vietnam. How do you do it? That is the paper. Huh? Oh, I thought it was going to be. No, I don't. I bet this is the first time I've had it like this. All right. So this is actually the first time I had it like this. I thought we were going to get bánh, which is kind of a dry version of it. This is actually freshly steamed. And this is one sheet. No, there's multiple sheets here. And you would take off. Look at that roll. It is a little sticky. The process of this is the exact same. The difference is that this is steamed fresh and this needs to be rehydrated. I'll do my lettuce, a little bit of herbs, cucumber, slice of mango, slice of pork. Oh, this is a little different, harder to roll. It is because it is fresh. The lick that we usually do is not necessary. Again, the sloppier, the worse the husband. And you dip. Oh, that's good. That's fresh. That is spicy. It's spicy, but the mixture of all the mango kind of chills it down. The freshness of the paper, the textures of the fresh lettuce, the softness and tenderness of the pork. Everything comes together to build a unique flavor profile. The sauce definitely tops it off. Sorry, I can't handle the spice out here. A revised version for myself without chilies in them.
Since Jimmy had it, I want to try it too. That dish looked amazing. I want to try it and start off with this. I'm going to take a bit of the bánh here. This is the rice paper. I just need to get one slice of that. I'm just going to put it back. We all share here in Vietnam. People think that after you're done eating this, somebody is just going to, throw it away. And they're going to say, oh, you might have been in the vicinity. The truth is, we reuse this over and over again. And no one ever gets sick here in Vietnam. Start off with the rice paper. Next, I'm going to do the sheet of steamed bánh phở, which is very good. You can see that this is really thick, and you're going to want to open it up just like that. Then I'm going to lay the rice noodle inside the rice paper. So you have two layers. You have the dry one, and then you have the soft one inside. Next, we're going to add in some greens. This is a spicy mustard green. We're going to put that right in the middle. We're going to get some herbs. This is perilla. You can know it's perilla because it's purple on the outside. Then there's some cilantro over here. Listen, if you can't eat cilantro, if you can't eat perilla, hell, if you can't eat mustard greens, don't put it in there. It's perfectly fine. No one says that you have to do it exactly like me or Jimmy. But I'm telling you, these herbs, they go really well together. Next, I'm going to get a slice of that beautiful pork. And as Jimmy says, this is a local farm pig. This is beautiful. Nice fat rind on the outside, beautiful pliable pork inside. I'm going to slide that right in the middle. It is quite loud in here, isn't it, Jimmy? All right, we're going to add in some mango right here. We're going to add in some cucumber right there. And then all we're going to do is roll it up. And I roll it up like I would roll anything else that was smokable, if you know what I mean. Give it a lick. And that right there is a beautiful roll. I'm going to give her a dip right here. And this is actually fermented fish sauce. This is called mắm nêm. And I love this stuff. That is so good. Now that sauce is very pungent. So beware. Do not think that anything that is purple, fermented, and looks like that is ever going to be a mild type sauce. No, this is for, I would say, the expert levels. If you can eat this, can eat anything here in Vietnam. That is spicy. And that's so good.
So all you have to do now is say the word "Tin Ting ơi," and it is 50,000 dong. There's a QR code. So this is how we're gonna pay for it. On our mobile phones, we have our QR camera. We scan, enter the amount in, 50,000, confirm, transfer completed, and then show the lady. And that's it. Payment done.
2 courses down, 2 courses to go. I'm craving something sweet, something delicious. And here in Vietnam, there's a specialty called jam. Now, jam isn't just one dish, but there's so many different jams. There are thousands of jams. 1,000 is a little bit too much, but there are at least over 10 jams in Vietnam. So let's go to a jam shop and see what is this dish called jam. Let's go. Có chỗ ngồi không? Cái này à? 2 người. Okay, okay. 2 người. Okay. Alright. So this stall specializes in sweets. Look over here. There are avocados. That's an avocado. That's an avocado. That's an avocado. Not an avocado. There's also coconuts here. And if you flip it around, you'll see that she makes jam. So we can have smoothies, which is called Sinto. We can have gambo, which is avocado ice cream. So my favorite thing to do at every market when I don't know what to order is I always order the first thing on the menu. Okay, so you start off, it's already pre-mixed. Oh, it's already pre-mixed. All you gotta do is cut it. Then you have some durian. This is Jetai Sorin.
So soyring is durian, the king of fruits, or the stinkiest fruit in the world.
You know what this yellow thing is? Jackfruit. That's right. That's right. That's right. And I love jackfruit. I'm gonna get a big spoonful of this. And now, one thing about this market, it is really hot in here. It is probably like 85 degrees and it's stuffy. So something like this is great because it cools you down. It cleanses the palate. And after what we had earlier, the chao lam, which is the porridge with offal, we have the thit cuon, which is the sliced pork with the fermented anchovy sauce. To finish off with a jetai with sorin. That's delicious. Oh. Hold on.
Cái tiền lên đây. Là hai cái con ly 60 xong rồi 20 80.
Be careful when eating this. There is lychee in there with seeds. That jam was absolutely amazing. And all you gotta do now is say the magic word, em ơi tích tiền nha. And somebody will come over here and demand money from me with a knife. No, not a knife. 3 dishes down, 1 to go. I'm getting thirsty. I got something incredible for us to finish off this meal. We're going to give this lady 5,000 DND, and we're going to see how much weight I put on during this. Okay. 85, 84, 85 kilos. I usually weigh in at 79 kilos. I put on 5 kilos just in that market. That's how amazing Vietnam is. Bye, yeah. Just give her some money. That's it. Just give her some money. That's it. Again, I love markets like this. It really shows what happens when a community comes together for a greater reason, which is food. And what greater reason to live life but food? Come on. Okay, let's go outside and get something to drink. All right, so she has these orange juice and pennyworth. Không cần túi luôn. And it is great to go. Hai chai bao nhiêu vậy? There is a menu here in case you think you're going to get cheated, but she won't cheat you because she's so sweet. 45,000, and he's paying. Come on, yeah. Có ghế ngồi không? Vendors like this that really make Vietnam such an amazing place. She's giving us her own chairs. to sit. So sweet. She's giving us her own chairs for us to sit in front of somebody else's business. But that's okay. That's how Vietnam runs. All right, so we have 2 chairs here on the sidewalk. The streets are over here. And so all you gotta do is just sit your little booty down, James, and then we'll be good.
Oh,
Too low?
I just did late thing. It is low.
All right. This is Pennyworth drink called Roma. What did you get?
Nước cam.
And what is the cam?
Nước cam is orange juice, no sugar. So you can actually request for them with no sugar.
Yes. Now, how much were these 2 refreshing drinks?
80 cents.
You already looked?
No, I'm just guessing.
How much were these 2 drinks in VND?
They were 20,000 each. No, yours was a little bit more expensive. Yours was 25. Mine was 20.
James, what is 20 plus 25?
20 plus 20, 45.
People really wonder if this is just an act. Like, do we actually talk to each other like this all the time? And can you not add? That's all through the comments. They just say, can Jimmy add? Is Jimmy... Well, the word is retarded, but that's just...
No, I'm
that's just wrong.
special. I'm special. Very special. In every special way possible, that's James Karma.
That's what I tell him so that he feels good about himself. All right, so how much is 45,000 VND?
Let me check. 45 VND.
45,000. 45,000, not 45. One more time.
45,000 VND is $1.74 USD.
For 2 drinks that are fresh, without any preservatives, any additives. That's really good. Yeah.
I'm doing a shoey.
Are you really? Are you really gonna?
I'm gonna do a shoey.
You're really gonna put? Oh my God, he. He put orange juice into his shoe and just drank out of it. All right, what an amazing day that. Okay, so what? All right, wow, really. We've never seen a shoey up from before. What an what an amazing day of eating that was.
What? We had 4 dishes. First dish was chow with intestines. Second dish was pork rolls. Third dish was the dessert or cha. And then now our final is some fresh juice.
All together today, we had a budget of $500,000 or a little bit under $20, about $19 and change. James, this is going to take a lot of brain power from you.
I'm calculating right now.
This is going to take a lot of brain power for you. When everybody is using an M4 chip from Apple, this guy is still using like a Pentium 1.
What's a Pentium 1?
That's what I mean. All right, James, out of today, how much did we spend in total in Vietnam Dom, VND, and how much does that equate to USD?
We spent a total of 150,000 VND, which comes out to $5.80 USD.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yes, we are under budget, $14.20.
How is that possible? We just ate some of the best food here in Da Nang for under $6.
It's the local market. If the locals can do it, we can do it too.
So when you're in Da Nang, check out Cuon. Because I think it's a great place. It's a great activity to do with friends, with families, with your loved ones. Thinking of loved ones, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, comment if you ever had any of the dishes that we've had. If you ever been to Cuon, and what did you think about the dishes that we had today? Are there any dishes that we missed? If so, leave it in the comments below, and we maybe, just maybe, go and film those dishes.
Yes, we will.
He's giving me that eye right now. He wants to kiss me again. Speaking of willing, This is your opportunity to help us content creators travel the world and film these amazing food videos. How do you do so, you ask? You can pledge $1, $2, $5. If somebody pledged $5 right now, they would have bought us all 4 dishes. Like $10, $20, $50, or even $100. I'll leave my QR code right on the screen right about now, and consider pledging, because it's pledges like yours that allow us to be absolute idiots on YouTube. He wants to kiss me right now. I can tell. I can see in his eyes. No, dude. But with that being said, my name is Calvin Bui, aka Captain Charisma. I'm with my boy
James Karma.
James. How do they find you on social media?
I am James Karma.
Look for him on Instagram and give him a follow, because, well, he has a lot of fun things that he posts online. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time on the next episode of Fucking Deliciousness.
See ya.
Bye. Slide over. Why are we so close?